Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I want to tell you guys how to spot fake The Ordinary product. So The Ordinary product is actually, they're great products and they are very affordable, okay? So, and they're very ethical as well. They're just, to me, that's kind of like the epitome of perfect brand in my opinion. So I'm a huge The Ordinary fan. I have been using a lot of their products in the past. I've used their retinol, I've used their niacinamide, I've used their glycolic acid. So I love them actually so much. But then it's such a shame when a lot of sellers, they just decided to sell you the fake The Ordinary product. So here in this video, I'm just gonna tell you guys how to actually find out if your product is original or not, or if you should buy from this seller or not. So here's how you can find out if your product is original or not. Now that's a trick question because there's no answer for that. I'm sure you guys maybe wanted to click this video to see if like there is some difference. So maybe like one is having this kind of color in their label and another one has different color in the label. But unfortunately, that's not how you see if the product is real or not. You also cannot check from the batch code. You cannot check from the barcode. You just cannot check The Ordinary product if it's original or not, at least for now, okay? So The Ordinary product actually likes to change their packaging. They like to change the formulation of their product. Maybe sometimes it smells this way, sometimes it smells the other way, but it really just doesn't mean they are fake. They're just improving the texture, maybe the smell, the color, or the packaging and stuff like that. So that's just how they improve their product. So that's the thing, you cannot check at all. Absolutely, there's no way to check at all. Which brings us to the next question, which is, should I buy this The Ordinary product from certain seller that you wanted to buy from? Okay, so first of all, how to do that is to go to this website and check the list of official distributor and official retailer. So just go onto that list. They just put all the shops that you can buy The Ordinary from other than their own website, so definitely you guys can go check it out. There are actually not that much of sellers there that is listed as their official retailer and distributor, unfortunately, and of course they are not available in all countries, so that's quite unfortunate. So anyway, what I'm gonna tell you next is basically a bunch of example on how to actually find out if you can trust particular seller or not. All these sellers are basically based in Malaysia because right now I live here, so and the price is gonna be in Malaysian ringgit as well. But of course, all this is just example, and I have to tell you guys in advance that I'm not making this video trying to like disturb someone's economy. I'm not trying to take down certain business. I'm not here to tell you guys don't buy from this shop or that shop. I'm not trying to tell you all that. I'm definitely going to be like blurring all the name of the shop. What I'm trying to tell you is that the trick on how to actually find out if you can trust a seller or not. So the number one trick is that of course, if they are not listed on the website, then you have to ask them. First of all, you have to look at the price. So for example, if the price that's stated in the website is, let's say, 30 ringgit, and then they are selling for only 30 or 32 ringgit, then you can kind of ask them, hi, I noticed that you're selling at this price and the website is only selling at that price, and may I know the reason why you're only having like 2 ringgit profit here, something like that. Because one thing for sure is that if they are not listed on that official retailer or official distributor, there's a big chance that they're actually getting it at the same price as any other customer. So like if I wanted to buy one piece from the DECIEM website versus I wanted to buy 1,000 pieces from DECIEM website, the price is gonna be the same. There's no discount. There's probably like free shipping, but that's it. There's no discount on the price of the item at all. That is the reason why you can just straight away compare it to the website and then ask them why are you selling like very cheap, for example. So and then of course they're gonna give you some answers, and here's how you can basically tackle the answer. So if let's say they tell you that, oh, this is just our promotional price, then you can basically go ahead and maybe just observe the same item and the same price for maybe about 2 months and see if it is actually a promotional price or not, because most of the time these kind of sellers, they're not that's the normal price. It's not a promotional price at all, because their promotional price has been running for like what, a year or something. So that's definitely not the promotional price. So if you haven't observed yet, you can definitely just maybe observe for about 2 months and see how it goes. Chances are that's not the promotional price. So if you have been observing it for the past 2 months, for example, then you can tell them like, no, that's not true, because I have been observing it for 2 months and that's not the promotional price. This has been always been the price. So what I usually get is that I tell them that no, that's not true, it has been like that for the past 2 months, and then they're gonna answer me like, yeah, well, basically we're doing charity, we just want customers to enjoy products and that's all. Of course, that's kind of a difficult answer that you can follow up with, because sometimes it kind of disturbs me how a lot of these sellers, when people ask them why are you selling the product very cheap, they get very defensive. After that, of course, for example, if they give you such unreasonable answers such as, oh, I'm just doing charity right here, you can kind of ask them again like, okay, so may I know where do you get the ordinary products from? That's also the follow-up question that you can ask. In this part, it's gonna be very tricky if the seller is not being honest or if the seller is being kind of dodgy, honestly. So for sellers that are really buy it from DECIEM, they would have the receipt, because a lot of people are going to be asking this question. They would have no problem in telling you where do they get it from. They're going to tell you that, oh, I got it straight from the DECIEM, here's the receipt, or something like that. Or maybe sometimes you have to ask the receipt and they can happily give it to you, you know, like they can just blur their name and their address or whatever, but they still can give you the receipt. So that's amazing. Some of the sellers, most of the sellers that I asked, I actually asked 4 sellers and they're all big sellers. Actually, a lot of sellers out there are selling around the same price as them, but it's just that I don't have time to ask all of them, so I just pick 4. Out of 4 sellers that I asked, only one of them can actually give me a receipt that she actually buy it from DECIEM themselves, and then 3 of them actually cannot give me the receipt. They actually cannot tell me who they got it from. They basically just tell me that, you know what, I buy from the reliable source and my products are original, that's all. So that's basically their explanation. What I'm trying to say is that when you actually ask the seller all these questions, it's probably going to like surprise you how some of them are just so unreliable, so how some of them are, it seems like they're hiding something because they're just so reluctant to answer you. It's because it seems like they are kind of reluctant to tell you where do they get the product from, you know. And so granted that a lot of businesses cannot reveal their source, but in terms of the ordinary, like the ordinary and the DECIEM, they have always been transparent, and that's the reason why I love them so much, is the whole company is quite transparent. And so you would know like who are the retailers, who are the distributors, you would know. You can find it out from the website. How much is the price of each item, you can find out from the website yourself. That is the reason why if the seller is actually selling it original product that they actually get from DECIEM themselves, it's not going to be difficult for them to tell you exactly where they get it from, because you know who they got it from. They got it from the DECIEM, right? So like, you know the price of, also you know how much profit margin they are getting, so there's nothing to hide basically if you're selling the ordinary product. To me, it is suspicious that some of these sellers actually find it very difficult to reveal the name of their source, because if it's from DECIEM, they can just say it's from DECIEM. Like it's quite hard. Some of them told me that they actually got it from DECIEM themselves, so I follow up with another question, that is, but you are not one of the official retailer, you are not one of the official distributors, so how come you can sell it at a very cheap price? Of course, some of these questions may sound very sharp and like straight to the point, right? But I can definitely assure you guys that if the seller is actually selling you the original product, these questions are not offensive at all, because definitely they would understand that there's a lot of people selling fake stuff, and I have to prove that my product is definitely original. So there's no difficulty at all in answering this kind of question. They're not going to be offended by all these questions. That is the reason why I think that some of these questions may be sharp, but it only will be hurtful to the sellers who are not being truthful. That's all I'm saying. So don't be scared of like, oh, what if I'm hurting the sellers or not? Well, why are you hurt in the first place? That's the question. Some of these sellers are giving me like really funny answers, to be honest. Like, so some of them actually tell me that, oh, we're just doing basically charity, and then some of them tell me that they bargain with DECIEM themselves. In my opinion, that's just very doubtful, because DECIEM don't do bargain with such a small private seller, if you know what I mean. DECIEM, they deal with companies like Sephora, Ulta, and then if you are a small company and wanted to deal with them, you have to pitch for them. Even though you are basically helping them, you have to pitch for them. Like, you have to have the proper company, you have to have the paperwork, you have to have the correct vision and mission, and the proper reason why you wanted to partner with DECIEM. So that's kind of how difficult it is to be DECIEM's partner, you know what I'm saying? So it's very hard for me to actually rationalize that this small seller actually go ahead and bargain with DECIEM themselves, and that's why they can get such a cheap price, you know what I'm saying? That's not some kind of information that you can authenticate. So for example, if they tell you that they actually bargain with DECIEM, well, what's the proof that you can get? You like you're not gonna get like screenshot conversation between them and DECIEM doing some kind of bargaining, right? So you can't actually so if the seller is answering you this kind of answer, then it's a pretty high chance that you can just move on, just find another seller, you know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, out of all 4 sellers that I asked, only one can actually give me the proper answer that I got it from DECIEM and here's the receipt. Like, that's all. Like, that's only one seller. The other 3, they are just very avoidant. They felt very defensive, and then they kind of like joking around when answering my questions. So in my opinion, that's not a very good way. If you are being truthful, if you are not hiding anything, you're not gonna do that. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, this is the trick. That this too is basically the trick. You just check from the website, check from DECIEM's website, and then second of all, you ask the seller questions. That's all. And of course, if the seller can actually give you the proof that they actually buy it from DECIEM themselves, I think there's a high chance that you can trust this seller. So yeah, that's basically how you can actually find out if you can buy an original DECIEM product from certain sellers or not. Some of you guys might ask like, okay, can I just like look at the review and figure out if it's original or not based on the review? Unfortunately, you can't do that as well, because like I mentioned, there is no way you can check if a product is original or not. A lot of people, they don't actually know how to check, but they just say to you that, oh, this is original because maybe it looks the same as the original the ordinary product that I have, or maybe it smells the same, or maybe stuff like that, or maybe they check from the barcode themselves or something like that. But unfortunately, that's not how you can check. There is absolutely no way you can check if the ordinary product is original or not. That's all I'm telling you guys. There are of course fake The Ordinary products out there, so you just have to be a lot more careful, and just, you know, just like I mentioned, you know, check the website and then ask the question. That's all how you can do it. There's no like some coding and stuff, you know, there's no such thing. You don't have to scan anything, you just have to ask the question and see how's the reply. But then of course, if you do not want to ask those kind of questions, you can just buy straight from DECIEM or their original official retailer or distributor. So that's basically how you can get your original DECIEM products, guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video is beneficial for you. I hope this is of course functional for you guys. Also, I have to repeat it again that I never say that any of the seller that I mentioned just now are selling fake products. All I'm saying is that their answer is not answering my question. So if I were you, I would just feel unsure of them. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not here trying to bash certain shops. I'm not here to tell you guys not to buy certain shop. So I'm just telling you guys how to ask the questions, how to properly check if you can trust them or not. That's all I'm saying. I'm just, you know, trying to show you guys the way. That's all I'm doing right here. I'm not trying to bash someone. I'm not trying to ruin the economy or whatever that is, you know. I mean, I just want you guys to get the original product because we don't know how dangerous the fake product can be, right? And you have any question about how you can like check original DECIEM product or stuff like that, you can definitely comment down below, and of course I will absolutely reply on every comment there is. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.